What is going on, my fellow plant-based foodies? Welcome to another episode of the Fit Foodie Podcast. This is a place for plant-based foodies like myself that want to get fit, lose weight, feel great, and elevate their lives. In today's episode, we're talking about no soy, no problem, the top five vegan, non-soy protein sources to level up your protein game, to make sure you hit your protein goals every single day, shed fat, build muscle, and live a fit vegan lifestyle. Let's get right into it. So, guys, for starters, let's kind of put something out there that this episode is not to bash soy or to say that you should not have soy in your diet or that soy gives you man boobs or gives you, messes with your hormones, because all these are old myths that just need to go away because they're not true anymore. Just like the myth of you can't get enough protein on a plant-based diet. You can't build muscle on a plant-based diet. You can't get fit. It goes with those myths too. Those are now old myths that unfortunately people still believe that soy is not good for you, that you shouldn't have it. The only exception is if you are allergic, then of course you should not be eating it. This goes for anything, right? But soy is perfectly fine if you are not allergic to it. It's actually rated as one of the top plant-based protein sources out there, up there with like people who don't eat plant-based, up there with like, meat, which has a high rating as far as protein availability. Soy is up there. Things like tofu, edamame, tempeh, soy products, soy meats, all these things made with soy are good proteins, are excellent protein sources, and are a great way to get your protein in every day without growing man boobs or messing with your hormones, because all that is just a myth, and there's plenty of science that supports that. And we're not going to go into that right now because this episode is not about, dealing with the science and the research, but you can definitely look it up. Soy is all good. You could definitely eat it every day. I've been eating it every day for a long time now. I eat tofu every day. I have edamame every day with my lunch, and it is perfectly fine. You can have it every day, right? You don't need soy, but it's perfectly fine to have it 100%. It should be included in one's vegan diet. But this episode is all about, and this live is all about how you can get your protein. If you don't want to eat soy, it's 100% doable without soy products. So in this episode, we're going to go over the five top, and especially my favorite, but they're also top protein sources that are non-soy. So if you don't want to eat soy, you still want to get your protein 100%, you definitely could do it, right? So let's jump right into it, guys. I got the list of top five, and I'm also going to include a couple of recipe ideas or how you can use these items in your meals. So recipe ideas, ideas on how you can use these vegan protein sources in your foods to easily make meals that hit your protein every day. Now, let's talk really quick about what happens if you don't hit your protein and you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to get fit, build muscle, regard on any diet. But this focus here in the Fit Foodie lives and podcasts is all about obviously doing it on a plant-based diet, on a vegan diet. So first of all, you want to make sure that you're getting your protein intake every day, especially when you are in a calorie deficit looking to shed fat, because this allows, we're not going to get too much into the science here. I want to jump right into the list of the five top sources, but just really quick background. This allows your body to shed fat while maintaining its lean muscle. Otherwise, you're shedding fat and muscle at the same time, and you don't want to do that. You want to retain, in some cases, even build muscle while you're shedding the fat. Secondly, if you are on a surplus, which means you're eating more calories than your body burns because you want to build muscle and put on weight, protein again is important. It should really be prioritized regardless of any phase that you're in, whether you're losing fat, whether you're trying to build muscle, whether you're trying to maintain your current body weight and composition. Protein is a priority. Now, let's get right into the list, guys. So the top five non-soy vegan protein sources that you should be including to easily hit your protein. Let's jump right into it with number one, my recent favorite, and that is fava bean tofu. This is a tofu that is made with fava beans, and the macros on this product, if you haven't tried it, are amazing. It is a women-owned Canadian company called Big Mountain Foods. They make different flavors. I like the just regular unflavored because I can season it how I want. But one block of the fava bean tofu contains 64 grams of protein. I mean, right now I cut half of it and I put it in my stir fry every day, and right there I get 32 plus whatever other, protein I'm getting from my other food in one meal. Super easy, right? So I kind of mentioned I would give you some quick recipe ideas. Throw it in a stir fry. Chop it up into little cubes, mix it with veggies, salt, pepper, your favorite seasonings. Boom, you're done with the high protein, delicious meal in 10 minutes or less, right? Fava bean tofu is a game changer. If you haven't tried it, highly, highly recommend it, guys. Number two, this one has been around for ages, just like tofu. But since we're talking about non-soy, we're not going to touch on regular soy-based tofu, and that is seitan. Seitan is another high flyer when it comes to hitting your vegan protein because it is, again, the macros on seitan are excellent, high in protein, low in carbs, low in fats. So if you're trying to hit your protein, this is a great source. Now, you can make your own at home, and it's really cost effective. I personally just like to get it done. I buy it from the grocery store and I chop it up and saute it however I want. Some brands that I really, really like for seitan are Franklin Farms. They make excellent, well-seasoned seitan cubes, as well as other like vegan chicken style seitan. And then you can also get Upton's Naturals. They also have a seitan product too. And it literally just is wheat gluten seasoned with soy sauce, a little bit of maybe garlic and onion. Super easy, minimally processed. And then from there, I like to, again, stir fries are the way to go, right? I've been using seitan in stir fries when I do like spaghetti type of dishes and I want like a pasta sauce, a meat sauce. You get crumbled seitan and it's like a meaty texture. Mix it in your tomato sauce, easily hit your protein with seitan. That's another big, and a lot of meat products too, vegan meat products like deli slices and other vegan meats are also made with, and they're seitan based, and a great way to boost your protein in your meals. Definitely, those are the top two that are non-soy based. The other three are, well, the next one is another primary protein source, and the last two on my list here are what are called supplementary protein because they are great protein sources, but they also contain a lot of either carbs and fats. So they're more of a balance, not really protein focused. But the next one of my favorites, because of the ease, the convenience, and the versatility behind it, is protein powder. Protein powder, guys, is a perfectly fine to have. I've been having it every day for a long time, and I love that it's easy and convenient because you easily boost protein by making a shake. You throw it in your smoothies. I make pudding with it. I throw it in my Greek yogurt. I put it in my oatmeal. I've also made like you could bake with it. I mean, it's so versatile. And what I like about it too is that there are so many vegan plant-based protein powder options out on the market nowadays, especially with the variety of flavors. The most popular tend to be vanilla and chocolate, but there are so many like cinnamon bun, churro flavor, ice cream flavor. I mean, the list goes on, and it's really a versatile, really something you should have in your pantry to make it easy and convenient to boost your protein intake on any given day. Now, you don't need protein powder. It's a supplement. That's why it's called a supplement, but it makes it easy to hit your protein on a vegan diet. And it's still tasty. I like the way it tastes, right? I'm a sweet tooth guy, and this definitely helps with that. Okay, and the last two sources, guys, they're high in protein, but they're not primary protein sources, but I put them on the list because they are nutritional powerhouses and also make meals delicious. And number four on the list is hemp seeds. Hemp seeds have a nice nutty taste to them. They give you 10 grams of protein, 10 grams of protein for every 3 tablespoons. That's about 30 grams of hemp seeds, 3 tablespoons. You get 10 grams of protein. So just like that, you boost any meal like a salad, throw it on top of an oatmeal or maybe like a smoothie bowl. Or even blend it in a smoothie, or you can just have it. It's part of a trail mix, right? You boost that thing that you're having by 10 grams when you add 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds, right? That's a delicious, easy way to boost your protein with hemp seeds. Now, again, these are tend to be higher in fat, so they're also a fat source with some carbs as well. And the fifth one, honestly, this has been my favorite supplementary protein source in recent months, and that's pumpkin seeds. Roasted and lightly salted pumpkin seeds. OMG, they are so freaking delicious. You could just eat them like that, right? You got to obviously know how much you're going to have because pumpkin seeds are high in fat, okay, but they also are high in protein. You get 9 grams of protein for every 30 grams of pumpkin seeds. That's about 3 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds, right? But 9 grams, that's a good little boost. Right now, what I do, I throw it on top of my salad at night. Right now, I'm having a pasta dinner with a little spinach salad on the side, and I throw my roasted pumpkin seeds on top of my salad, and oh, delicious. I love the crunch and that saltiness flavor, but I also know that I'm getting not just protein, guys, but the hemp seeds and the pumpkin seeds have an amazing nutritional profile. So you're getting a lot of healthy vitamins, healthy fats, healthy minerals in your diet by including these foods. So definitely highly recommend hemp seeds and pumpkin seeds as protein sources that you use to supplement, right? To add not as primary protein, but to boost the protein in your meals. So for pumpkin seeds, I've also done it on top of smoothie bowls. I love it on top of my oatmeal is another way. On top of salads in a trail mix, or even just a little handful that you measured out in your little portion for the day and just snack on them like that as a snack. Very easy, low prep. You don't need to do anything. Literally crack the bag open, put them in a container, throw them on your salad. These are all actually low prep protein sources that don't include soy. So you can definitely easily have these in your meals without feeling like you do a lot of cooking and prepping, right? So just to recap, guys, the 5 list: non-soy, and again, soy is excellent. You definitely should have tofu if you're not allergic to it, but some people choose not to have soy, and that's fine. You can still hit your protein goals without soy. Top 5 non-soy vegan protein sources. Number 1, fava bean tofu with 64 grams of protein per block. Number 2, seitan. You get 30 grams of protein for every 100 grams of seitan. Excellent source. Number 3, protein powder, versatile, flavorful, convenient, right? Number 4, hemp seeds. Again, super easy and convenient, has a nice nutty, tasty flavor, and you could throw it on all kinds of different dishes. And number 5, pumpkin seeds, one of my favorite seeds, probably my top favorite seed. Again, versatile, easy, no prep, throw it on salads, throw it on oatmeal, have it as a snack, throw it in a trail mix, makes it very easy, guys. So there really is no excuse. There is no excuse, sorry, but you can absolutely hit your protein goals on a vegan diet without obviously having to rely on animal products. That's the whole reason, right? We're vegan, right? You definitely, I'm personally averaging right now 160 grams a day because that's for my body type, for my goals is to hit 160 grams every day. And I'm easily doing it with items like this. I actually have, with the exception of seitan, in my current meal plan, I'm eating all this stuff. Actually, I'm not doing hemp seeds right now either, but I am doing protein powder. I got fava bean tofu in my lunch, and I'm using pumpkin seeds in my salad, as I mentioned earlier. Super easy to cycle through these week in, week out and easily hit your protein, guys. No matter what your goal for your protein is for that given week, for that given phase that you're in. Everyone's different, obviously, but no excuses, guys. That's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoy this. Again, this is a weekly live that I like doing, the Fit Foodie Podcast as well. Go check out the podcast if you haven't checked it out. Fit Foodie Podcast. I'm the host, Luis Medrano. This is the place again for plant-based foodies that want to lose weight, feel great, and elevate their lives. Right? Thank you so much, guys. For me, it is Friday, and I'm in my classroom, and I'm happy that it's the weekend because I get a weekend off, and we got 8 weeks of school left, ready to finish off the school year and get ready for summer vacation, which is around the corner. So, guys, much love, peace. Have an amazing rest of your Friday and a beautiful weekend. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace and love, guys. Much love.